Hi everybody, so I'm gonna get started on this look, and yeah, as a warning, no, I'm not sick or anything. I'm fine. I just covered my eyebrow. I didn't shave it off. I used the glue stick method to do that. I would show you guys how to do it, but it's kind of tedious, and there's so many other people who have already done a tutorial on that. If you just, do a search on YouTube, covering eyebrows, glue stick method, something should come up that should be helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna get started, and don't mind that I'm chewing gum. It just kind of helps me concentrate, and for these kinds of looks, I need a bit of concentration. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply some primer all over wherever I want to apply some shadow, and I'm using, this one is by Beauty from the Earth, and it's a really great primer. It works really well. If you think that the Too Faced Shadow Insurance is a little bit too pricey for you, or if or likewise the Urban Decay Primer Potion is too pricey for you, this should be fine. And as you'll notice, I'm actually also putting a bit of the primer onto where my eyebrows would be, or are covered, just because I'm going to be applying shadow there. And the reason why I covered my brows using the glue stick method is because you want it to be, you want your eyebrows to be flat, so that it would be almost like skin. I mean, it might not be 1000% important because we're putting glitter on over it, so it wouldn't really show any texture. But it's just something I wanted to do. It would just make it a lot easier to apply some eyeshadow over and glitter and all that stuff. And don't forget to put some primer down underneath your eye, almost like on the top of your cheekbones, because we are going to be applying eyeshadow to that area too. And then just to bring out the greens, I'm going to be using MAC Paint Pot in Faro. Looks like that. It came out with the Alexander McQueen collection. It was discontinued, but if you have any kind of a lime green eyeliner that's a bit creamy, you can use that instead. Those usually tend to crease, but as long as you've used a primer underneath, you shouldn't really have much of a problem. So I'm just going to apply that pretty much all over. I'm even going to start patting it on over my brows. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is by Beauty from the Earth, it's called Green Apple. Looks like that. Again, just so you guys know, you don't have to use every single product that I use. If you have anything similar, if you have like those 88 shadow palettes, especially the shimmery one, those can work fine. You can get the same exact kind of effect. Anyway, so I'm just going to apply this right on my lid. I'm not going higher than the crease at all. I'm just going like right up to where my crease starts. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, this is by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and it's called Chlorophyll. It's just a very vibrant, almost like a vibrant Kelly green. And I'm going to take that and just start patting it on above where I applied the Green Apple by Beauty from the Earth. Make sure to top off your brush. You don't really want to get too much fallout. And then start pulling the shadow up. Now because I want the green apple, the lid to be a little bit lighter, just so it pops a little bit more, I'm going to take a lighter shimmery green, and this is coming out of a shimmery 88 palette. Apply that right on top, just on the lid. Okay, so now comes the more complicated part. What I'm going to do is pretty much start drawing out like these kind of little feathered out brows, almost, I guess you can say. And the colors that I'm going to be using are mainly green and yellow. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a baby wipe. If you have a baby wipe, this is a good way of wetting your brush a little bit. Taking an angled liner brush, just running it over that. And I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow from Obsessive Compulsive Chlorophyll, the one that we've been using up here. Tap off any excess, and then just start making like little random wings. And just as a tip, you want these wings up out here to be shorter than the ones up here, okay? And then just to match up on the other side, I'm just going to do a wing that comes out a little bit here in front. So then I'm going to start adding some yellow lines to this, and sometimes those don't get to pop up as much. So I'm going to just take a white eyeliner pencil. This is just by NYX. Any white pencil will do. And I'm just going to start making little lines wherever I would want some yellow ones to be. So I'm dipping my brush into a yellow eyeshadow. This one is Circus Girl by Lime Crime. So I'm just going in over it. And then just to add a little bit more depth and dimension to the lines, I'm going to go in with a black eyeshadow. Just lightly start making a little bit of, it's almost like shading. I like to go around where like the green is, the green lines are. Just helps give them a little bit more depth. Then if you wanted to go in with some lighter color like a white or something, just to add a little bit of highlight in some areas, that's fine too. So that's all for that, and then I want to add a little bit of dimension to the actual eyes. So just taking a fluffy crease brush, this is a MAC 217, and some black eyeshadow. And then I'm just going to pretty much just bring a little bit of that almost like below where my natural brows would be. And then I'm just going to go under here, where underneath where my brow bone is, you can feel it with your fingers so you can find out where yours is. And I'm just going to put some black in there too, just to add a little bit of dimension. Okay, so in order to adhere the glitter to the eye area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some lash glue. This is just duo surgical adhesive. And the kind of glitter that I'm using, it almost looks like little leaves. It's like little particles like that. The glue got a little bit too tacky, so I'm just going to apply to a little bit of an area at once. Keep your eye closed while you're doing this, so that way as the little particles are falling, they won't really get into your eye at all. I'm also going to take a little bit of this glitter from Obsessive Compulsive. And this one's called Citrus. Just like a lime green kind of glitter. Just going to get that onto right top of the brow here. Like that. Probably won't show up, but it's just all details that'll look better in person if you actually try this. And I'm also going to go in with these candy glitter liners by NYX, and get the ones with the tassels because the other ones aren't that great. This one's called Jade, and I'm just getting some of that in there. I'm also going to just bring some of it onto those wings up here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is pretty much just finish up the look a bit. What I'm going in with is a little bit of MAC's Fluid Line gel liner in Black Track, just a black gel liner. Going in with an angled liner brush, this is the MAC 266. I'm just going to start lining my eyes just so I normally would. Make sure to bring the liner all the way into the inner corner. And then I'm going to do a really good long wing that goes almost all the way out. Like that. I'm also going to start lining across the bottom lash line. Meet it up with the liner. You also want to bring this all the way into the inner corner. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just start lining in the waterline. And again, I'm still using the Black Track Fluid Line. It's not recommended for the waterline, but I do it almost all the time. I would probably recommend using like a pencil liner instead, especially if your eyes are sensitive. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply mascara to my top lash line and some false lashes. I applied mascara to my top lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and apply some false lashes, and the ones that I'm using are the MAC number, I think they're 44s. They look like that. They're pretty much one of my favorite lashes, like especially for more dramatic looks. They're limited edition. I think they came out with the makeup art collection. I'm going to go ahead and apply these lashes, and I'll be right back so that we can finish up the bottom part of this look and the rest of the face. So then I'm going to go in with Beauty from the Earth's Green Apple and an angled liner brush. And this one is, I got it from Coastal Scents. It's not really that thin, but it works out well for this. And as you can see, I'm just starting off with a line here. And almost like the top, it's just a whole bunch of lines. They don't have to be too defined at all. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a blush, and this is just by CoverGirl. It's the first time that I'm ever using it. It's their classic color in Ice Plum. It looks like that. Pretty much just like a rosy kind of pink. See how I like it. I'm just going to apply that right over here. It's actually really nice. I like it. The blush is just going to act as a little bit of a contour. Usually all the pictures that I've seen of Poison Ivy or what she would look like, or you know, for practically anybody, her lips are usually pretty much some shade of red. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and do a red lip. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is, for the bottom over here, I'm probably going to add a little bit more glitter. Because I didn't do that before. So I'm going to do it now. So there you go. I hope you can see the glitter. I'm sorry that I'm chewing gum. I'm chewing gum through the whole entire tutorial. I hope I didn't chew like a cow, but it just helps me concentrate a little bit. And for these kinds of looks, kind of need a little bit of concentration help. So yeah. I really hope you guys like this, and if you recreate this look, if you go as Poison Ivy for Halloween and you happen to do this look, take pictures and show them to me because I would love to see them. So yeah, that's the look.
Don't dream it, be it. Go down to JessicaHarlow.com and find out how.